Doen 21
Guys, it's time. I think it's 1:35 and we should have started at 1:30, right? So who will be leading this particular discussion? Do we have somebody who will be leading?
Good afternoon, sir. I'll be serving as a rapporteur. I'm waiting for my co-executive board members to be here, and then we'll be starting shortly.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Thanks for the info. I was wondering if everyone is here and we haven't started yet. Thanks.
Right. Am I audible to you all?
Yes.
Am I audible to all of you?
Yes,
Yeah.
at least to me. Yeah.
Okay, okay, right. Okay, so guys, just switch on your cameras for a second. Okay, guys, cool. So we'll start in a while. We're just waiting for the vice chair to join us, and then we'll start the committee. So before starting my introduction, greetings everyone. My name is Yash Agrawal, and I will be serving as the chairperson for this particular committee, which is UNGA DISEC. And before going forward, I need to know, is anyone a first timer here? Yeah, anyone wants me to explain the ROPs again, the rules and procedures, and which rules and procedures we're going to follow in the committee?
I have only done a crisis committee before, so this will be my first time in a conventional committee.
Cool, Delegate of Russia. Delegate of Russia, just everybody just change your name to your country's name. Like just remove that the delegate of Palapart. Okay. Just if you're representing Russia, just write Russia. Do not write the delegate of Russian Federation. Just write Russia. And also, I'm like not well today, so at times the vice chair will be moderating the committee. And at any point of time, if you have any doubt, you can always ask me your doubt. Just one thing which the executive board needs is that you always raise your hand. Okay, nice. It's good. Yes, so anyone else who wants the executive board to explain you the rules and procedures, which rules and procedures we're going to follow and all that stuff, just raise your hand. Okay, so only Russia wishes to know the ROPs. Okay, cool. Like Ayush Rajput, okay, Ayush Rajput, you're the member from the secretariat.
Yeah. Carry on.
Okay,
I
cool.
want to stop you guys. Sorry.
Okay, cool. Take it. Yeah, Arav, you're there.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Arav, just start explaining the rules and procedures, like explain the UN and USA rules and procedures. And if there's any alteration, if there's any changes in the ROPs, I'll mention that in between.
All right. So a very good afternoon to all of you. My name's Aruf Sen, and I'll be serving as your rapporteur for the duration of this committee. So right, so moving on to the ROPs, we'll be following the UNA USA rules of procedure. So the first thing you'll come across in an MUN conference is the attendance. So there's two ways you can answer to your attendance, which is voting and present and voting. If you choose to respond to your roll call as present and voting, you cannot abstain from the final voting of the document that will take place on day 3. If you choose to respond to your roll call as voting, you can choose to abstain from the final voting, which will take place on day 3. If you respond to your roll call as present and voting on day 1, you cannot change it to voting on day 2 and 3. However, if you respond to as voting, you can you can choose to change it later on. Right. So now that we have discussed voting, any doubts so far with regards to the roll call? You can raise your hand or just simply unmute your mic and let me know.
Again, and also while you're raising your hand, raise your hand, like use the zoom feature. Do not raise your hand in the camera. Cool. Use the
Yes.
zoom feature.
Right. So moving on to the general speakers list. So each committee basically functions on a general speakers list, which is inexhaustible in nature, meaning it will go on till the end of day 3. It can never end. So simply to speak in a GSL, we'll ask for a motion wherein you can put your names or simply get recognized to speak in the GSL. So GSL is essentially a 90-second speech, 90 seconds being the default time of the GSL. However, you can extend it to 120 or reduce the time to 60. So a GSL has no topic, it has no bounds. You can simply speak anything and everything related to the agenda. And as I said before, it is inexhaustive in nature. And also it is a part of your formal speech of in committee, and all points, all everything here is entertained. So now that we've discussed the GSL, we can now move on to the points. So with the first point being the point of information. The point of information, you raise a point of information when you want to ask a question to a delegate. For example, if a delegate of, if the delegate of Afghanistan finishes his or her speech and you wish to raise a question, any contention, any doubt to him or to her, you simply raise a point of information. And once you've recognized you can ask a question to that delegate. So a point of information in simple layman terms is a question. So moving on to the second point, which is the point of order.
Arav, just a second. Sorry to cut you. Just a second. Guys, kindly switch on your cameras. It's a humble request from the side of the secretariat as well as from the side of the executive board. Just switch on your cameras. You all have such good faces. Let us see your faces. Kindly switch on your cameras. Turkey, South Africa. I'll surely switch on my camera. Just I am like not well today, so that's why. Sabrina Talwar, ma'am, are you a delegate or a member from the secretariat?
No, I'm just kind of part of the session. I head Kunskap School in Gurgaon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Right. So,
Excuse my presence. Yeah?
nice. Everybody has switched on their cameras. Cool. Yes, Arav, you can go ahead.
Right. So now that we've discussed the point of information, we can move on to the point of order. You simply raise a point of order when you notice a factual inaccuracy has been mentioned in committee. For example, the simplest of examples being the delegate of USA in a speech mentions that the capital of India is Mumbai, and you notice that factual inaccuracy. You simply raise a point of order against the delegate of USA, stating that the delegate of USA said, and I quote, the capital of India is Mumbai, unquote, with the correct fact being the capital of India is New Delhi. So it's simply for factual inaccuracies. So moving on to the point of parliamentary inquiry. So the point of parliamentary inquiry is similar to a point of information. However, it is not to a delegate, it is to the executive board, wherein if you have any doubts with regards to committee proceedings, what's going on right now, what we're going to do next, what's the flow of debate, you raise a point of parliamentary inquiry if you have any doubts with regards to committee proceedings. So with the last point being the point of personal privilege. The point of personal privilege, you raise a point of personal privilege when you're facing any kind of physical discomfort. If you're feeling hot, if you're feeling cold, if you're itchy, if you're uncomfortable, etc. However, since we're in an virtual simulation, these such things don't hold a lot of value since we can't control a lot of them. However, technical issues such as audibility issues, such as Wi-Fi issues can be taken care of. So for example, if the delegate of Argentina is, it's his turn to say, it's his turn and he's delivering a speech, however, you're not able to hear him, you can then raise a point of personal privilege saying that the delegate is not audible. So mostly the only two things on which you can raise a point of personal privilege in a virtual conference is audibility issues and any kind of technical issues for cameras not working, etc. And also just a little tip, it is not advisable to interrupt a speaker in the middle of his speech as to if he's not audible or not. You should preferably say it before or after, as it may come off as rude if you interrupt him in between. So right, so now that we've discussed the points, we've also discussed the GSL and we've also discussed the voting procedure. Any doubts so far? The delegate of Russia, you said that you haven't done a conventional committee before, right? So everything seemed clear to you so far?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So we can now move on to the moderated caucus and the unmoderated caucus. Right, so the moderated caucus and the unmoderated caucus falls under the informal part of your committee. So now coming to the moderated caucus, if you'd like to raise a moderated caucus, there is a set format for that. And if you'd like to, you can note this down. the delegate, for example, if the delegate of Afghanistan would like to raise a motion, the delegate of Afghanistan would like to raise a motion to suspend formal debate and move into a moderated caucus on the topic ABC, total time being XYZ, individual speakers time being PQR. So so a moderated caucus, unlike the GSL, has a specific topic, and speeches should be made pertaining to that topic. And once you've specified the topic of a moderated caucus, you go on to specify the total time of that moderated caucus. So usually the total time of a moderated caucus does not exceed 20 minutes. And it's also recommended that you keep it to 20 minutes. And once you specify the topic and the total time, you go on to specify the individual speaker's time. For example, you could say total time being 20 minutes and individual speaker's time being 60 seconds. Right. So now that we've discussed the moderated caucus as well, we can move on to the unmoderated caucus. So unmoderated caucus is the most informal part of your committee. So basically, an unmoderated caucus has no topic and has no individual speaker's time. You simply just say the delegate of Argentina would like to suspend formal debate and move into an unmoderated caucus for the total time being 10 minutes. This part of your committee is completely unmoderated by us. We have no say in this part of your committee. You can mute your mic, switch off your camera, go off, take a break, maybe lobby with other delegates, do some of your research, etc. So this is the most informal part of your committee proceedings, relatively. So now that we have discussed attendance, we've discussed GSL, we've discussed points, we've discussed both the moderated and unmoderated caucus. Anything else I'm missing, Yash?
Just explain them.
Yields,
The chits and yields.
Right.
Documentation I'll take.
All right, cool. So before I move on to chits, I'll be explaining yields. So there are two types of yields. So for example, if the allotted time for a GSL speech is 90 seconds and you happen to finish within 60 seconds, you still have 30 seconds of your allotted time left. So with this 30 seconds, you can choose to do two things. That is, either yield the time to the executive board or yield the time to another delegate. For example, if the delegate of Australia finishes his speech within 60 seconds and the allotted time for the GSL is 90 seconds, he has 30 seconds left and he can either choose it to give it to us or to give it to another delegate. For example, if the delegate of Australia chooses to give it to the delegate of Afghanistan, the delegate of Afghanistan has now 30 seconds added on top of his allotted time. Delegate of Oman, do you have a doubt? Yes?
Yield our time to the floor.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing. To the executive board, to the floor, it's the same thing.
Like there are different names by which you can address the executive board. One is the executive board. The another name for calling out the executive board is the dais. You often say that yield the time to the dais. And the another thing is the floor. Whenever we say floor, it means yes, the executive board has opened the committee or opened the flow of debate in the committee.
Right. Thank you, Yash. And Oman, I hope that is clear. So now moving on to chits. So there are basically three types of chits that you can write in this committee, in any conventional committee for that matter. One being the delegate to delegate chit, wherein I'll be sharing the format of it in the chat box. So wherein you write to, you write from, and you write the matter of the chit. So if you can see, I have inserted the most basic format of a delegate to delegate chit, wherein you simply write to, you write from, and XYZ being the matter of the chit. So for example, if the delegate of Australia writes it to the delegate of Argentina, it will be to Argentina from Australia, XYZ, whatever the matter of the chit being. So this is the delegate to delegate chit. Now moving on, we have a delegate to delegate chit which goes via the executive board. So if, for example, if you're writing a chit and you'd like to bring that chit to the notice of the executive board for marking, you'll simply write to, you'll write from, you'll write XYZ, and in brackets, you'll mention via EB. So this is how it goes. So that once you do this, this will bring it to the notice of the executive board. And right, so now that we've done delegate to delegate and also delegate to delegate via EB chits, we can move on to substantive chits. So substantive chits are those chits which have more marking than a say a delegate to delegate via EV chit. So for example, you have 90 seconds, and you were not able to wrap up all of your material, all of your speaking material within that 90 seconds. Say you had 10 to 20 seconds of material left, which you'd like to bring to the notice of the executive board. You can simply write a substantive chit. So a substantive chit, the format goes as substantive chit and the matter of the chit. This goes directly to the executive board. So it is a known fact that you're not that writing via EB is not necessary here. So if you're not able to say if you were not able to complete within the allotted time and you have speaking matter left, which you feel is important, which you feel should be brought to the notice of the executive board, you simply write a substantive chit to us. So that more or less covers chits. And also for sending chits, so as I'm the rapporteur, I'll be handling chits for the next 3 days. Substantive chits can go to Yash, right? Substantive chits can go to the chairperson.
The substantive chit will go to you.
All
It
right,
will
we
also
go
go to you.
Fine. All right, cool. So all three, so obviously delegate will go straight to the delegate, and via EB and substantive chits will come to me. So if you can see in the participants list, it's rapporteur-R of Sane. So that's who you're supposed to send your chits to. And also, yes, sir, how do you want them to send chits, through Zoom or through WhatsApp?
Yeah, I'll explain this abhi thodi der baad, theek hai? So just explain them the whole articles, then I'll explain them certain rules of the committee which we are following and certain extra things which we missed in the ROPs.
All right. So I guess that brings me to the end of my discussion. So if you'd like to take it forward.
Okay, thank you so much, Arav. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guys, before moving forward, anyone having any doubt?
Delegate
Anyone
of
having any query?
UK has delegate of UK and Japan.
Yeah, just a second. I cannot see their hands. Just a second. Okay, now I can see. Now I can. Okay. Yes, Japan, go
Can we
ahead.
give that time to points of information?
Yes, ma'am, totally. You can yield, like basically there are 4 yields in a UN committee, in a conventional committee, there are 4 yields. The 4 yields are yield to another delegate, yield to the executive board, yield to points of information, and yield to comments. Considering that this whole MUN is being online, is being simulated online. So we'll be having only 3 yields, which is yield to another delegate, yield to the executive board, and yield to points of information.
Okay,
Yield to points of information is basically wherein for that remaining time of your speech, the interested people can ask you question on the speech which you just delivered in the committee, and you can answer their question one by one respectively.
All right, thank you.
Yes, United Kingdom.
Yeah, so the chits the ones we give via EB, where should we submit them? Like on the chat on Zoom or the WhatsApp chat?
Okay, so all the chits, not all, but the POI chit and the reply chit, both the chits to be sent on the WhatsApp group, the main WhatsApp group which was formed for you all, and the substantive chits to be sent to the to the rapporteur personally on personal chat on WhatsApp too.
All right.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Anyone else having any other doubt? Okay, so yeah, documentation we'll explain you tomorrow, not today. We'll explain you the documentation, the whole procedure of how you make a document and all, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, because we'll give one whole day to the documentation procedure. So most probably tomorrow, yeah, day after tomorrow. And the second thing, as we explained you that point of order is on factual inaccuracy or factual fallacy. But considering the rules and procedures which we are following, the UNA USA rules and procedures which we are following, the point of order will only be accepted on the executive board. Wherein if the executive board makes any mistakes in the ROPs, if there's any procedural fallacy on part of the executive board, then you can raise a point of order on the executive board. We are not having any point of order on any other delegate, which means on factual fallacy. If you still feel like that, sir, it's a very important factual fallacy which I need to address in front of the committee, mention that in your speech. Make it a part of your speech. We'll mark you accordingly. Anyone else having any other doubt regarding whatever I just explained you? See, guys, I am a very friendly EB, so if you'll ask me a single doubt 100 times, I'll entertain that also, because my main motive is to teach you something, and that is the main thing for which I'm here. Okay, I guess nobody any doubt. Okay. Just give me a second. Okay, so you want me to tell you the marking scheme and mark sheet also? Okay, so we'll do that tomorrow. Tomorrow, before starting with the committee, I'll show you the mark sheet and all. Mark sheet as in the criterias for which we are marking you. And yes, it's point of inquiry, not point of parliamentary inquiry. There's a reason behind it. There's a reason behind it. I'll let you know that later. Okay. Hope I did not miss anything substantial. Rutwik. Okay, like can I just know what's your country? Just rename yourself to the country which
Yeah,
you're
I
representing.
am the Russian Federation. I just
Oh,
rejoined
cool,
from
cool.
a different device.
Russian Federation, you know, like
Yeah, the chits and
what
all.
was the
I know.
last thing which you heard in the committee? What was the last thing which you heard in the committee?
So the substantive chits to be sent via WhatsApp on the group to the rapporteur.
Substantive to be sent on WhatsApp to the rapporteur on personal chat, personal window. And
yeah, and the delegate chits on the group. Yeah, right.
Yep, exactly. And while you are writing a question and while you are replying to a certain question, on the top of the chit, right? If it's a question, write POI in caps. And cool. And if it's a reply to a certain question, on the top of the chit, write reply in caps, so that it would be it will be easy for the executive board to mark your chits accordingly. Anything else? Anything else you want me to explain you?
No, thank you.
Okay. Also, Russia, you just one thing, that the point of orders are only on the procedural inaccuracy, which means on the executive board, not on factual fallacy. Yes. Right. Okay. So I guess as of now, everything is clear to you all, and we'll be starting with the committee. Okay. Arav, can you just move ahead with the roll call?
Right. All right. Delegate of Australia. Delegate of Australia.
Yes.
I'm present or present and voting. Respond to your roll call, either of these, not yes and no.
Okay, Delegate of Australia. Delegate of Australia, you want me to explain the difference between present and present voting?
Yes, please.
Okay, cool. I'll explain you, no issues. Okay. So see, there's a very minute difference between present and present voting. For all those delegates who have chosen for present, who will choose present, they will get 3 votes during the time of the end documentation, which happens in the end of the committee. And those 3 votes are yes, no, and abstain. Yes means to vote in favor, no means to vote against something, and abstain means to not vote. And for all those delegates who have chosen for present and voting, they will get 2 votes during the time of the end documentation. And those 2 votes are yes and no. They do not get the vote to abstain in the end documentation. Is that clear to you now?
Yes, thank you.
Most welcome.
All right. Thank you. We can now proceed then. Delegate of Australia. Delegate of Australia present.
Absent.
I'm sorry, could you be a little louder? Present. All right. Perfect. Delegate of Argentina. Delegate of Argentina.
I would like to be absent.
Sorry, could you repeat, please?
I'd like to be present.
Present. All right. Delegate of Delegate of Belgium. Delegate of Belgium. Delegate of Switzerland. Delegate of Switzerland.
Yes.
Sir, present or present in voting?
Also, I just request all the international delegates to just be a bit louder. Like your voice is coming, but your voice is very low. So just be a bit louder.
Present.
Present.
Perfect.
It's present.
All right. And also, did I miss Belgium or he's not present in committee? Is the delegate of Belgium here?
He's not present. He's not here today.
Delegate of Belgium's present. All right. So the delegate of Japan.
Present.
Present. Delegate of Oman.
Present in voting.
Present in voting. Delegate of UK.
Present.
Delegate of Saudi Arabia.
Present and voting.
Delegate of Portugal.
Present.
Delegate of South Africa.
Present in voting.
Delegate of India. Delegate of India. Delegate of Iran.
Present.
Present. Delegate of Indonesia.
Present.
Present. Delegate of Italy. Delegate of Italy. Delegate of Spain. Delegate of Spain. Delegate of Russia.
Present.
Delegate of Turkey.
Present.
Present. So I'll be taking a couple of names just so I haven't missed any. So delegate of Italy. Not here, right? All right. Delegate of Spain. Okay. Delegate of India. Okay. Delegate of Belgium. All right. So did I miss out anyone's name who's present in committee? All right.
No, you missed me.
What's your country?
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan, right. I'm so sorry. Ma'am, your roll call?
Present.
Present. Perfect. So apart from Afghanistan, I haven't missed anyone else, right? Perfect. So right. So we have now established quorum. As per my roll call, we have a strength of 14 delegates in committee, with simple majority being at 8. So to pass any motion, you need 8 affirmative votes. Right. So we can now proceed with committee.
Okay, right.
Yes.
Yes, so the simple majority stands at 8. The quorum has been established by the discretion of the executive board, followed by which we are not having the motion to set up the agenda because we have only one agenda at hand, and that has already been set up by the executive board prior to the conference. At this point of junction, the executive board is looking for motions to establish the general speakers list. So all those who wish to establish the GSL, kindly raise your hand. We'll take Japan, followed by Oman.
Delegate of Japan would like to raise a motion to establish general speakers list with the total timing 20 minutes and individual timing 90 seconds.
Okay, delegate of Japan, there's no total time for a GSL because a GSL is an inexhaustible list, which means that the GSL will go on till the committee will go. Like it will if the committee is of 3 days, the GSL will go on for 3 days. If the GSL ends at that same particular point of time, the committee will also end. So there's no total time of a GSL. Okay. So you just have to mention the individual speaker's time.
Should I say
Would
the
you like to
motion again?
rephrase? Would you like to just rephrase your motion and present that in front of the committee again?
Yeah, Delegate of
Okay,
Japan
go ahead.
would like to raise a motion to establish general speakers list with the individual time being 90 seconds.
That motion is in order. Thank you so much, ma'am. Delegate of Oman, you are the next person to raise the motion.
The delegate of Oman would like to establish the general speaker list with an individual speaker time of 60 seconds.
60 seconds. Okay. Okay. So, so delegates, we have two motions at hand. One has been raised by the delegate of Japan and one has been raised by the delegate of Oman. Going by the order of precedence, we'll first vote upon the motion raised by the delegate of Japan, which is to establish the general speakers list for individual speakers time being 90 seconds. All those in favor of this motion, kindly raise your hand. All those in favor of this motion, kindly raise your hand to establish the GSL for individual speakers time being 90 seconds. We have 3. All those against? All those against this motion? Okay, guys, there are many people in the committee who are not voting, who are abstaining. Okay, I'll just clear this out in front of the committee. CCC. Whatever you have chosen, either be it present or present voting, that is applicable in the end of the committee when we make the end documentation. Throughout the committee, you have to vote either for or either against. You get the difference? Okay, so I'll take the votes again. All of you are requested to lower down your hands. I'll take the votes again. All those in favor of this motion. The motion is to establish the general speakers list for individual speakers timing 90 seconds. All those in favor of this, kindly raise your hand. Okay, we have 3 votes. All those against this motion? Okay, we have a majority of votes against this motion. Cool. So this motion fails. Now we'll vote upon the second motion, which has been raised by the delegate of Oman to establish the general speakers list for individual speakers timing 60 seconds. All those in favor of this motion, kindly raise your hand. Okay. This motion passes with majority of the votes. So the general speakers list has been established in the committee for individual speakers time being 60 seconds. Delegate of Oman, would you like to be the first speaker?
Yes.
Okay, delegate of Oman is the first speaker. Before going forward with the speech, the executive board is now recognizing more speakers who are willing to speak in the GSL. So all those who are willing to speak in the GSL, kindly raise your hand. All those who wish to speak in the GSL, kindly raise your hand. Oman is the very first speaker. Okay. As in I call out your country's name, just lower down your hand. That means that you have been recognized for the GSL list. So Oman has already been recognized, followed by which we'll take Japan. Then we'll take United Kingdom, followed by which we'll take Saudi Arabia. Then we'll take Australia, Iran, South Africa, Afghanistan, Indonesia, Australia. You have already been recognized. You can lower down your hand. Anyone else who wish to speak in the GSL? Okay, right. So the GSL list is the very first speaker on the GSL list is Oman, followed by which we have Japan, United Kingdom, Saudi Arabia, Australia, Iran, South Africa, Afghanistan, and Indonesia. We'll be recognizing more speakers after later on. Yes, so Delegate of Oman, you can start with your GSL speech. You have the floor for the next 60 seconds.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Oman ranked first globally in the Terrorism Free Index, according to the Global World Competitiveness Report 2019, released by the World Economic Forum. Radiological terrorism is when radioactive material is used deliberately to harm people or contaminate an area. Oman strongly believes that terrorism must come to an end, and as a testimony of that, Oman has a strict foreign policy that protects its people. Additionally, Oman has always supported counterterrorism. Therefore, I quote, Oman regularly votes in favor of counterterrorism measures in the UN General Assembly. Oman believes that tolerance, understanding, and coexistence are imperative for peace in the country. The delegate of Oman would like to remind all nations to focus on various methods through which we can combat radiological terrorism. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Delegate of Oman. Delegate of Oman, you have 15 seconds remaining. How do you wish to yield your time?
I would like to yield my time to the executive board.
To the executive board. Thank you so much, ma'am. After Oman, the next speaker is Delegate of Japan.
Greetings, EB and delegates. Japan is the only country to have suffered atomic bomb attacks. It's been 75 years, but the pain in Japan couldn't subside. It was a gloomy moment for the whole world. Delegates, prevention of radiological terrorism is not a matter of a city, a state, one country, or a continent. It's a matter of the whole world. Since 1993, there have been 419 cases of smuggled or stolen nuclear materials worldwide. A nuclear threat anywhere is the threat everywhere. Japan has decided to never start on nuclear warheads, as Japan always wants peaceful life for mankind. In addition, Japan is rapidly becoming one of the largest nuclear decommissioning and decontamination markets in the world. Nuclear power supplied about 30% of Japan's electricity a decade ago, but now only 9 out of 54 reactors have been brought back online since 2011. Japan proposes solutions for all countries. Firstly, global objectives and principles are required. Delegates, we need to remember.
That much, Delegate?
Sorry?
Just complete your last statement.
Delegates, we need to remember to just need one.
Okay, thank you so much, Delegate of Japan. You have elapsed your time, so no yields will be taken for you. The next speaker after Japan is Delegate of United Kingdom.
Thank you, EB. Greeting to all delegates. The committee has gathered here today to discuss the agenda at hand, preventing the risk of radiological terrorism, which the delegate of UK believes is imperative and must be addressed. According to the 2005 United Nations International Convention for the Suppression of Acts of Nuclear Terrorism, an act of radiological terrorism entitles detonations of nuclear devices such as dirty bombs or fission bombs. It also includes damage or attack on a nuclear facility performed by armed forces. There have been several cases wherein non-governmental armed groups, smugglers, and other felons have tried to sabotage nuclear facilities and try to gain nuclear material used in explosives or radioactive material such as uranium. Multiple terrorist organizations have claimed to be possessing these resources, such as Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and Armed Shrinkyo. There have been inputs received regarding potential risks for the UK from ISIS and Al-Qaeda groups stationed in multiple regions. These statements and possessions are serious cause of worry, thus making it furthermore...
Wrap up, Delegate.
Can I complete my line?
Yeah. Whenever I say just kindly wrap up, you are requested to just wrap up with your last sentence.
All right. These statements and possessions are a very serious cause of worry, thus making it furthermore essential for the committee to draft viable a solution towards world peace and the eradication of radiological terrorism.
Thank you so much, Delegate of United Kingdom. You have elapsed your time, so no yields will be taken for you. Just give me a second. Yes, so at this point of junction, the floor is now open for points and motions. So before moving forward with the motions, any points on the floor? Any point of personal privilege or point of inquiry on the floor? Seeing none, any motions on the floor? Any motions to move into a moderated or unmoderated caucus on the floor? we'll take United Kingdom, followed by which we'll take Japan. Yes, United Kingdom, go ahead with your motion.
Delegate of United Kingdom would like to raise the motion to suspend formal debate and enter a moderated caucus with total time 15 minutes and individual speaker time 1 minute on the topic risks and impacts of radiological terrorism.
Just a second. Risks and impacts of radiological terrorism. Radiological terrorism. Okay. Delegate of Japan, you're the next person on the recognition sheet. Go ahead.
The delegate of Japan would like to raise a motion to suspend formal debate and enter into a moderated caucus on the topic safety of nuclear power plants, with the total time being 15 minutes, and individual time being 90 seconds.
Safety of
Nuclear power plants.
nuclear power plants. Total time 15 minutes and individual speakers timing 90 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, delegate. Yes, so going by the order of precedence, we'll first vote upon the motion raised by the delegate of United Kingdom to suspend the formal debate and move into a moderated caucus on the topic risks and impacts of radiological terrorism for the total time period of 15 minutes and individual speakers timing 60 seconds. All those in favor of this motion, kindly raise your hand. Anyone else who is in favor of this? All those in favor of this motion, kindly raise your hand. Anyone else who is in favor of this motion? All those against this motion? Okay, there's someone in the committee who's not voting at all, but let's just leave that. So this motion fails by only one vote. Now we'll vote upon the second motion, which has been raised by the delegate of Japan to suspend the formal debate and move into a moderated caucus on the topic safety of nuclear power plants for the total time period of 15 minutes and individual speakers timing 90 seconds. All those in favor of this motion, kindly raise your hand. All those in favor of this motion, kindly raise your hand. Okay. All those against this motion? This motion also fails in the committee. We're now back to the general speakers list. The last speaker on the GSL list was delegate of United Kingdom, and the next speaker on the GSL list is delegate of Saudi Arabia. Delegate of Saudi Arabia, you have the floor for the next 60 seconds.
Thank you, AB. One of the top nuclear scientists once said, terrorist attacks on any nation are virtually inevitable. Saudi Arabia not only has the world's largest oil reserves, but also it is one of the largest countries in the world without a river. Radiological terrorism can have deep, profounding, and everlasting impact on the population of any country. Radioactive terrorism is caused by the radiations that emerge out of the deployment of radioactive materials or elements. To lessen the impacts of these radiological attacks and provide care for the greatest number of potential survivors, the community as a whole must acquire the knowledge of various signs and symptoms of exposure to radiation and radioactive contamination. Analysis of the risks of each scenario could lead to offering of feasible solutions that are internationally accepted. This planned response should be tested by drills which check the triage, evacuation routes, decontamination posts, evacuation centers, and receiving hospitals. This knowledge and exercise will reduce the terror from radiation and help the community to better cope up with such an event. Thank
Kindly
you.
wrap up, delegate.
I'm done.
Okay, thanks so much. Delegate of Russian Federation, United Kingdom, and Saudi Arabia, lower down your hands. If you have any query, if you have any point, then you can just unmute yourself and ask me your doubt. United Kingdom, lower down your hand. Okay, okay, he'll do that. He'll do that. Nice. So thank you so much, delegate of Saudi Arabia. You have elapsed your time, so no yields will be taken for you. The next speaker after Saudi Arabia. Okay, I just got a message from what delegate? Australia. Australia, you are the next speaker on the GSL list. So you do not wish to speak?
I wish not to speak.
Why?
I raised my hand by accident.
No, I get that you raised your hand by mistake, by accident. But my question is, why do you not wish to speak in the GSL?
I don't have any point really.
It's okay. Like, don't be nervous. I'm not here to kill you or anything like that. I'm just here to moderate the committee. The committee is yours. Okay, so try to speak in the committee. Australia, I'm talking to you. There's someone with you, right? There's someone with you, right?
I don't have nothing to say.
No, I'm asking, there's someone with you, right? There's another person with you, right, in the room which you're sitting.
Yes.
Okay, so just focus on the committee right now, okay? Do not talk to that person for a second. Just focus on the committee and listen to what I'm saying. Listen, just listen. There is no right or wrong in a UN committee. If you speak right, we'll mark you. If you speak wrong, we'll mark you and we'll tell you whatever wrong you speak in the committee. If you do not have anything to speak in the committee, research. Switch off your camera. Do not switch off your camera, just switch on it. Do not switch off. Open Google and just do your research now. Have you read the background guide? Unmute yourself.
I will search for more information.
You researched from? Okay, do one thing. Arav, just send the background guide again in the WhatsApp group, in the lobbying wala group, and I want specifically Australia to read the background guide. Australia, like, I need to reply either yes, either no.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will check it.
And I want you to give your speech. I want that. Because I want all the delegates who are present in this committee. I want I want at least one speech from all the delegates. At least one speech.
I will search for more information and take the speech later.
Okay, Australia. Good. And also, just on a very informal note, there's no need to worry. Like, just relax yourself. Okay? There's no need to worry in this particular committee, because the best thing about online MUNs is that you all are sitting in your comfort zone. You all are sitting in your homes, I guess. So, like, that's your comfort zone, and you're not physically present in a committee. So there's no need to worry. Just relax and be confident while you're giving your speeches, while you're presenting any thought in the committee. Right? Yes. So, okay, delegate of Australia, you will speak in the GSL, but like, you will speak in the GSL. So I'm recognizing you in the end. Is that okay?
Yes.
Right. So just give me a second. Okay. So, the last speaker was Saudi Arabia. The next speaker is Iran, followed by which we'll be taking South Africa's speech, Afghanistan, Indonesia, and then Australia. and then we'll be opening the floor again for the recognition for GSL. So yes, delegate of Iran, you have the floor for the next 60 seconds.
Yes. Honorable Chair, esteemed delegates, the delegate of the Islamic Republic of Iran is delighted to be part of this Model United Conference. She has noted a few things she wants to share with everyone today and hopefully being able to make things work. The delegate she would like to share with you is that it's a fact that nuclear weapons are being used by Iran's greatest opponent, the US. This is not fair for the country. Iran doesn't have the equality that they deserve. In fact, the US started the discussion that they have till this day. The US cancelled a contract they and Iran had in 2015, and still to this day, Iran longs for equal rights. If we really can prevent the risk of having radiological terrorism, then at least give Iran the permission, the right to defend themselves. Thank you.
Thank you so much, delegate of Iran. Delegate of Iran, you have 15 seconds remaining. How do you wish to yield your time?
Give it to the next delegate.
Ma'am, you have to mention the name of the delegate.
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan, okay. Delegate of Afghanistan, do you wish to speak? Like delegate of Afghanistan, you accept the yield or not?
Yes, I accept it.
So you have to speak for the next 15 seconds now. Like those 15 seconds will not be added in your speech. You have to speak for the 15 seconds now, and then we'll take your GSL afterwards, whatever your number is there in the recognition. Is that okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so like you can start. Your 15 seconds start now.
All right. So I agree with Iran, except for the fact that she's accusing the United States of something. I think that's not something we should do during this debate. I think we should focus on finding a solution together.
Okay, thank you so much, delegate of Afghanistan. You have elapsed your 15 seconds. Okay, so thank you so much, Iran, as well. Yes, so at this point of junction, the executive board has again opened the floor for points and motions. So before moving forward with the motions, any point of personal privilege or point of inquiry on the floor? Seeing none, any motions on the floor? Anyone else who would like to raise a motion? Okay, we'll take Oman followed by Japan. Yes, delegate of Oman, go ahead with your motion.
The delegate of Oman would like to raise a motion for moderated caucus, with the total time being 15 minutes and the individual speaker time being 60 seconds, and the topic of effects.
What delegate? Can you please repeat the topic?
I'm sorry, what?
Can you please repeat the topic?
Effect of radiological terrorism.
Effects of radiological terrorism. Okay, thank you. Just a second. Okay, thank you so much, delegate of Oman. The next motion is from the delegate of Japan.
The delegate of Japan would like to raise a motion to suspend formal debate and enter into a moderated caucus on the topic Importance of Nuclear Waste Management, with the total timing 15 minutes and individual timing 90 seconds.
Okay, so it's just repeat your topic and be a little slow.
On the topic being Importance of Nuclear Waste Management, individual timing 90 seconds and total timing.
Importance of nuclear waste management.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, delegate of Japan. So going by the order of precedence, we'll first vote upon the motion raised by the delegate of Oman to suspend the formal debate and move into a moderated caucus on the topic effects of radiological terrorism for the total time period of 15 minutes and individual speakers timing 60 seconds. All those in favor of this motion, kindly raise your hand. The topic is effects of radiological terrorism. All those in favor of this motion are requested to raise their hands. All those against this motion. This motion fails in the committee. Just give me a second. Okay, so this motion fails in the committee. The next motion has been raised by the delegate of Japan to suspend the formal debate and move into a moderated caucus on the topic discussion on the importance of nuclear waste management for the total time period of 15 minutes and individual speakers timing 90 seconds. All those in favor, kindly raise your hand. Anyone else who is in favor of this motion? Just do not lower down your hand. Just raise your hand for a while. Let me count your hands. All those in favor of this motion.
I apologize. I was not in favor of this motion. It was raised from before.
Okay. So like as of now, we are taking votes from all those people who are in favor of this motion. The topic is importance of nuclear waste management for a total time period of 15 minutes and individual speakers standing 90 seconds. So all those in favor of this particular motion, kindly raise your hand. All those against this motion? Okay, so this motion also fails. The committee will again revert back to the GSL. Okay, so a query is there from one of the delegates. Yes, who is asking for the position papers?
The delegate of Saudi Arabia.
Right, so yeah, Saudi Arabia, kindly unmute yourself.
I was just asking that if to whom do we need to submit the position paper to?
Okay. You all will submit your position papers to me on my mail ID. I'll give you my mail ID and you all have to mail me your position papers. Also, what is a position paper and how we make a position paper, I'll tell you after we get over with day one of the committee, like around 4:30 or 5. I'll let you know how to make a position paper and where to send your position paper. Is that okay with the committee? Just show me a thumbs up if that's okay with you all. On the camera itself, not on the reaction. Right, cool. Okay. Yes, so delegates, just a very informal question, like as to why you all are failing these motions. Just tell me, just let me know one thing. I'm pretty adamant on this fact that I'll not go forward with the committee until and unless I get the answer to this question, because we have 3 days and I can waste this particular day one of the committee in this only. So I need an answer.
I'm prepared for preventing risk on radiological terrorism. Hence, I choose to not vote for any of the motions raised.
Okay. Anyone else? See, I know that you all have voted once, like you all have voted against some of the other motions. So I can call out you by your country's name. या फिर आप like you all can just speak by yourself. Like I am not angry at you all. I just want to know as to why you're failing the motions. Okay, delegate of Afghanistan, unmute yourself.
I have been missed when having said class of Quran. Hello.
Why? Yeah, delegate of Afghanistan, why you voted against the motion?
I'm sorry, there was an accident.
Okay, there was an accident. Okay. Okay. Just a second. Just a second. Right, delegates. See. This is crazy. Okay. Yeah, right. So, have you all read the background guide?
Yes.
How many of you have not read the background guide? Be honest. I'm not going to scold you. Just be honest.
I skimmed through the main sections of the background guide. Like I read the agendas and about the agenda and like the radiological terrorism part, but I didn't read the initial few pages of the background guide.
Okay, right. No issues. The initial few pages were actually not very good. Like I didn't make the background guide, so that's why I know. Right. So, see, the thing is that we cannot just go forward with the GSL for the whole day and for the next 2 days as well. We need to go in a moderated caucus as well, and we need to discuss certain sub agendas in the moderated caucus. So as of now, there is no consensus in the committee. As of now, there is no consensus, and everything is scattered. So what we'll do on the discretion of the executive board. Just a second. According to the itinerary, you have a break at 3, I guess. Just give me a second. Okay, so at 3 you have a lunch. Like from 3 to 4 you have to go, or you have to go for lunch. So as of now it's 2:43. On the discretion of the executive board, we are giving you an unmoderated caucus for the next 15 minutes, which means the unmod will start at 2:45 and the unmod will go till 3. After 3, we'll ask any of the delegate as to what all was discussed in the unmoderated caucus, and then you all can go for lunch, and I want you all to go and research in that time. Like you have a break for 1 hour, and I do not want that for the next 1 hour you all are just eating. So go have, like at 3, go have your lunch. If you want to take a nap, just go and take a short nap, but please go and research. Right? So as of now, it's your unmoderated caucus. Your unmod will start in the next 1 minute. I guess you all know what an unmoderated caucus is, or you want me to explain what unmod is again to you?
We know.
Right. Okay, so because the concept of having an unmoderated caucus is that to bring the committee to a common consensus, because as of now you all are just like, some people wish to discuss one topic, some people do not wish to that topic, so like it's very scattered as of now. So we want you all to come on a common consensus and decide such sub agendas which on which you all can discuss. Okay, what you didn't receive it? Just a second. We did not receive the background guide. Me, Afghanistan, and Iran. ठीक है. Afghanistan, Iran, and Indonesia. We have sent the background guide again in the WhatsApp group, so you all can have the access to it. Like you can just have a look over the background guide from the group itself. Is that okay? Afghanistan, Iran, and Indonesia. Yes, no. I need an answer. Why are you leaving me in dilemma? You have the background guide now. You three are added to the WhatsApp group, right?
Hello, this is the teacher from Indonesia, Afghanistan, and Iran. They are not yet in the WhatsApp group, so
They're
I
not
don't
yet
know.
in the WhatsApp group.
No.
Okay, sir, can you just do one thing? Just all those people from your college who are not added to the WhatsApp group,
Yes.
and who are a part of this particular committee, just write their phone numbers in the chat box. I'll
Okay.
send it to the secretariat, and they'll add them in the group as soon as possible.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Right, so guys, we are just adding you in the group. Is there any member from the secretariat here? I guess there's no one as of now. Okay, I'll just forward those numbers to Gauri, and Gauri can add them all in the WhatsApp group, and accordingly we'll send the background guide again in the group. Yes, so it's 2:47. Sorry to waste your 2 minutes, but you all can just go forward with the discussion with your unmoderated caucus. Right, your unmod starts now.
Delegates, I believe we should start discussing the mod caucus topics which we would like to propose later.
Okay, so the delegate of Oman would like to discuss the effects of radiological terrorism so that we can come to solutions.
I'd like to discuss the importance of nuclear waste management and the safety of nuclear power plants because I believe that's a very important aspect. As it talks about nuclear waste management, if the terrorist gets the hand of a nuclear waste management, it could further result in the loss of the country stricken.
I agree with the delegate of Oman because I feel it's important to discuss impacts, consequences, and the effect of radiological terrorism on those who are in that region who have been affected by it. So, what type of effects are what are they facing? Of course, it'll cover a variety, and it's a broad term so that we can, and this broad term will allow us to explore a larger variety of topics, and that way we'll be able to avoid a repetition of topics. So I believe exploring a rather broad term in our mod caucus is a better idea. It'll allow a larger variety of ideas, and that will not waste committee time.
I would rather suggest we go with Japan's topic because I believe that while the effects are very much important, while we must address the issue at hand, and like radioactive materials are very dangerous even if they are waste materials. So handling them with care is quite important, as Japan pointed out. So I believe we should discuss that in the next moderated caucus.
Yeah. While that's of course a meaningful topic, I believe that comes somewhat under the solutions we will be discussing. In that, during this caucus, we'll be talking about how important it is and in what ways can we actually make the system more efficient. And this correlates with the solutions. And I believe before we even move on to the solutions, we should get a better insight on what's actually happening, the situation, and the effect being caused, and then we can take a look into the solutions. So the mod caucus basically addresses one aspect of our solution.
Delegate, I agree with you. However, I would like to say that the safety of nuclear power plants and importance of nuclear waste management is equally important because there have been many disasters and cases. Like I would like to mention a few countries as well, that there have been cases when nuclear power plants were supposed to shut down because there was a threat. So I believe it is very important to discuss the safety as well as nuclear waste management.
The
And
delegate of
coming to
Oman-
effects,
Japan,
coming to effects.
United
the
Kingdom
delegate of
made
Oman
a
would
few
like to
good
suggest
points
that.
there. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
So I would like to suggest that first we look at the effects, and maybe a little while later, while we're focusing on the solutions, we could definitely pick up onto nuclear waste management. Okay, any
Yeah,
other
so I agree with the delegate of Oman, wherein I feel the first step right now is to get an insight of the problem, as I mentioned before. And I think the most convenient and effective way to do this is understand the effects on those affected. And we could also discuss what are the causes of so causes and effects, I think, are one of the most important things over here because it help us understand the situation out there. And once we do that, it makes it more we can make our solutions more elaborate. And of course, then I think it's a good idea to understand to take a look into why waste management for nuclear facilities is so important.
I agree with the delegate of United Kingdom.
I
I
second
agree,
the
but I
motion.
would
I agree with UK. Any go on.
I agree.
Apologies.
However, I would like to say that causes can be included in our GSL space because I believe moderated caucus should be utilized to bring out solutions for the major problems. And yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to remind the delegate of Japan there that we have 3 days, and I feel first, as mentioned before, we should get an insight of the problem and then take a look into the solutions. Yes, we should have an elaborate discussion on the solutions, but before that, we should talk about causes and effects. Uh, the delegate of UK believes that it's important to address the causes and effects in order to come up with a good solution.
So the delegate of Oman would like to suggest that we take up the solutions maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, so that we today get to know a lot more about the topic, and that will help us in forming solutions.
Uh, the delegate of Russia would like to suggest that maybe the nuclear power plants and the waste management can come under one of the effects and like one of the causes of the threats of nuclear radiological terrorism, maybe.
Yeah, I second the delegate of Russia there as a sloppiness in waste management may also lead to felons getting their hands on any of this radioactive material like highly enriched uranium. So this can act as one of the causes of radiological terrorism, and this is where I think this can be covered. So on that point, I agree with the delegate of Russia.
You guys done? You guys are done with your unmoderated caucus?
Yes.
Um, okay. Anyone who would like to tell me as to what all was discussed in the unmoderated caucus? Just raise your hand. Okay, Switzerland. Switzerland. Unmute yourself.
sorry.
Yeah, Switzerland, you were there in the unmoderated caucus, right? Would you like to, you were there in the unmoderated caucus, right?
I did not speak. I did research.
Okay, so
about
would
it.
you like to tell me as to what all was discussed in the unmoderated caucus?
Some discussion, if we were to speak about the disposal of radiological hazard waste, and I can't remember the other, but
Okay, Switzerland, I was not able to hear. I was not able to hear anything. So like just what we say that, right?
I was doing mostly research. I wasn't really in the discussion in the unmoderated, but I believe some were talking about the disposal of hazard waste.
Okay, right, delegate. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Okay, delegate of Oman, kindly just tell me as to what all happened in the committee in the unmoderated caucus. Delegate of Oman. Oman is not there, I guess. Okay, right. Delegates, just give me 5 minutes. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm sending you those who are not a part of the WhatsApp group. I'm sending you all a link. Click on the link and you will be automatically added to the WhatsApp group. Okay, so I'm just sending the link in this Zoom chat only. Just give me a moment. You kindly see the chat box. You all must have gotten a link. So all those who are not a part of the WhatsApp group, click on this link. You will automatically be redirected to the WhatsApp group. And once you are there in the WhatsApp group, just let me know. So I'll send you the background guide again, so that you all can have a look over that. Guys, I do not want to say that, but that's the wrong link. The group you joined is the executive board group. Mukesh sir, can you please just call someone from the secretariat?
Do you want me to call? Okay, let's see if I can.
Hi, Mukesh.
Sir, because the thing is, I.
Hi.
Yeah, sure.
Hi. So, would it help if I just call the Secretary General?
Who is the Secretary General? Just tell me the name first.
Sorry?
Who is the Secretary General? Can you just tell me the name?
Soumya Pandey.
Just call Soumya.
I will. Just give me a moment.
Okay, thank you so much, Vita. Because the thing is, I messaged Gauri, one of the members from the team, and she sent me this link. And I specifically told her not to send this link.
Not an issue. I just asked Soumya to help you out.
Okay, just do that. I'm so sorry guys for the inconvenience caused, but all those who joined that group, kindly leave that group because that's the executive board group. We will discuss the marking there, so we do not want you all to see the marking. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Right. Yes, guys. So it's 3 as of now. So you all have a break at 3. From 3 to 4, you have a break according to the itinerary which was given by the school, which was given by the school authority. In the meeting for the 10 minutes, because for the links and all, just stay in the. You can go and have your lunch. Switch off your cameras and just mute yourself, and you all can go and like do whatever you want to.
Are we allowed to like leave the meeting and join again after an hour?
Like you can do that, but I won't recommend you to do that, because at certain points the executive board have questions from you all, like we need to ask certain details from you all, so like we want you all in the committee.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, South Africa.